Hello, friends. Have you ever wanted to know biblical Greek? Well, you kind of already do, at least a lot more than you realize. Not enough to read the New Testament cold, not yet, but enough to start recognizing things that have been hiding all over plain sight. Here's one of them. Think about all the prayers that involve addressing somebody directly, like, Lord, have mercy, or, O Heavenly King, the Comforter, the Spirit of Truth, or, O Most Holy Theotokos, save us. All of those prayers involve talking to somebody, not about somebody. So, for example, everybody in Orthodoxy knows the word Theotokos. But here's the interesting thing. When the familiar prayer says, Oh, most holy Theotokos, save us, in Greek, it does not actually say Theotokos. It says Theotoke. Likewise, you've probably heard the Greek for Lord have mercy, Kyrie eleison. Now, if you look up the word Lord in a Greek dictionary, it'll tell you that the word for Lord is kurios. It is, that's true. But when you address the Lord, you say Kyrie. Similarly, if you say Christ have mercy in Greek, even though the word for Christ is Christos, since you're addressing Christ, you change the noun. And instead of saying Christos, you say Christe eleison. Why? Well, because the Greek does this thing. When it's speaking to somebody instead of just about somebody, it changes the form of the noun. That's why Theotokos becomes Theotoke when you're speaking to the Theotokos. That's why Christos becomes Christe, and why Kyrios becomes Kyrie. When you think of that prayer, O Heavenly King, the Comforter, the Spirit of Truth, where you're addressing the Holy Spirit, in Greek, it comes out as Basileo, Uranie, Paraklete. Those are all those address forms. In Greek, there's a name for those special forms of address. It's called the vocative. And whether you know it or not, you've been hearing that in church. Congratulations. You know your first piece of biblical Greek grammar, the vocative. It's the form you use when you're speaking to someone instead of about someone. There you are.